Good evening, America, and to our boys overseas, wherever that is this week, we salute you. Tonight, the green hand steps out of the shadows and onto a wooden crate. The first campaign speech has been delivered, and if the mannequins are to be believed, and they are quite literally incapable of disagreeing, a new era is upon us. This afternoon, in a parking lot somewhere east of nowhere, the leader of the Green Hand mounted a wooden crate and addressed a crowd that organizers are calling standing room only. The crowd, for the record, consisted almost entirely of mannequins, several hundred of them arranged in neat rows, their plastic hands frozen mid-applause, their painted eyes fixed on the stage with an enthusiasm that never once wavered. The leader spoke for nearly an hour. The themes were ambition, unity, and what the movement is calling a wasteland where everyone has a place at the table. The mannequins listened. They did not interrupt. They did not yawn. They did not, observers noted, do anything at all, which several pundits have already declared the most disciplined audience in political history. The speech was not without its critics. A single radroach, described by eyewitnesses as deeply, deeply skeptical, skittered across the lot, climbed briefly onto the crate, gave the leader a long, evaluating look, and then turned and left before the opening remarks were even finished. When asked what it thought of the speech, the radroach offered no comment. But its departure, sources say, spoke louder than any applause. It was, by unanimous agreement, the most honest review the Green Hand has received to date. Aides close to the leader dismissed the incident. Radroaches don't vote, one said, and even if they did, they'd never get the paperwork in on time. The mannequins, meanwhile, remain firmly in the leader's camp, which, to be fair, is where they were placed. And now, from the front lines, no, not that one, the other one, word reaches us that the dog general has been promoted once again. The general, who first rose to prominence after a brief but decisive skirmish with a mailbox, has now been elevated to the rank of Supreme Commander of all he surveys. The promotion was marked by a single bark, followed by a prolonged nap. Military analysts have struggled to explain the general's meteoric rise. He has never once looked at a map, one strategist admitted. He can't read a compass. His only tactical doctrine appears to be, and I quote, "chase it." And yet, the analysts concede, the general has never lost a battle. Partly because he's never fought one, another added, but mostly because the enemy keeps running away. The enemy, for the record, is a squirrel. It remains at large and is believed to be, quote, regrouping. In Washington, a mannequin has been observed attending high-level budget meetings for the third consecutive week. No one has asked it to leave. No one has asked it anything, in fact, a fact which, staffers say, makes it the most agreeable attendee in the room. One aide, speaking on condition of anonymity, admitted, "Honestly, it's been more productive than the last 3 committee chairs combined. It never filibusters, it never leaks to the press, and when we ask for a vote, it just agrees." The mannequin's presence has reportedly caused some confusion in the accounting department, where an intern attempted to issue it a security badge. The badge was granted. The mannequin has not once been seen without it. Officials stress that the mannequin is not an official member of the committee. When pressed on why, then, it has a chair, a badge, and, as of Tuesday, a parking spot. Officials declined to comment. And now, a word from our sponsor. Are you tired of living in a wasteland where nothing ever goes on sale? Then come on down to Super-Duper Mart, where every single day is a going out of business event, even though we have no intention of going anywhere. This week only, trade in your old ghoul, Yes, any ghoul, condition not important, we don't ask questions. And receive 50% off a brand new Super Cola, now with extra rad sugar for that authentic glow. Don't have a ghoul? Don't you worry, friend. Bring a mannequin, bring a radroach, bring whatever's under the tarp out back. We're not picky. We're Super-Duper Mart, and our doors are always open, mostly because they fell off in the blast and we never got around to fixing them. Terms and conditions apply. Void where the air is green. No refunds after the bombs drop. Ask your doctor if Super Cola is right for you. Your doctor is probably not answering. And now, the Wasteland weather forecast, brought to you by the Atomic Home Shelters Corporation, because outside is a 4-letter word, and so is stay. Tonight, radioactive clouds drifting east toward wasteland bluffs, with a chance of acid drizzle after midnight. Visibility poor, morale lower. A light wind out of the northwest, carrying the faint, nostalgic smell of burnt rubber and regret. Tomorrow, more of the same, plus a light dusting of ash by early afternoon. Perfect weather for staying indoors, double locking the door, and reconsidering every decision you've ever made. The extended outlook calls for continued uncertainty, intermittent despair, and a 40% chance of somebody knocking on your door who is definitely not from the water company. As always, friends, keep those windows shut. And that's the news, such as it is, from a wasteland that keeps on wastelanding. From all of us here at Old World Radio, broadcasting from a studio held together by hope, duct tape, and a Geiger counter that will not stop humming, this is your announcer, signing off. Good night, and God bless America, we think.